When I first got prescribed Adderall, it was a game changer. It completely changed my life. I had never had my brain be so quiet. I was never able to focus the way that I could focus when I took Adderall. In fact, right before I got diagnosed with ADHD, it was taking me 2 hours to unload the dishwasher. And I remember going to lunch and literally being in tears. I am not a crier, crying to my husband, I don't know what's wrong with me. I cannot focus. I cannot live like this. I can't get anything done. Like my mind is racing 24/7. And when I took that first pill, actually, that wasn't the first time I had experienced a stimulant, but that's another story for another day. Um, my mind was quiet. I could focus. There were no distractions. And I thought that this was something that I could never live without. Unfortunately, I was also not disclosed that it was highly addictive. And I just thought that it was okay to like pop an extra one until all of a sudden I was taking all of my script within like 1 to 2 weeks. I was having heart palpitations where I thought I was going to die. I was drinking a bottle of wine every single night to go to sleep because I was so high on the stimulant. And so I had to get to a point where I either needed to continue on this journey and somehow survive taking this drug, or I needed to figure out how to cope with my ADHD without it. And I chose life. I chose my kids. I chose everything else. And I thought it was going to be impossible, but it wasn't. And the day that I gave up my Adderall addiction, I promised myself, because I had been searching online all night for somebody to have a success story, like that they were thriving without medication, and I couldn't find one. And so I told myself that once I felt good enough to share, I would start sharing. And that was at my year mark of being Adderall free. And ever since then, I've never quit sharing, and I never will. It doesn't matter what anybody says to me. It doesn't matter if people say that it's making it harder for them to get medication. I don't care. I will keep sharing.